Hi, it's Jesse with a member update for the middle of March. Good news, last week we were able to pull off a successful prescribed and cultural burn down in the Smilkameen in a place called Little Chopaka, which butts up kind of against the Washington state border and the Ashinola River. Pile of energy, pile of time, hard work went into getting this burn done. We did a bunch of pre-burn monitoring through trail cameras and through vegetation plots. We got just under 100 hectares pulled off. We have another 200 hectare polygon that butts up against it. It was awesome to see everybody out, everyone pulling in the same direction. So thanks to BC Wildfire, BC Parks, Lower Smilkameen Indian Band, Environment, Climate Change Canada, and then all of our volunteers who have come out and helped put cameras out and help with the project. This is a big one for the Okanagan. I believe it's the first controlled burn that BC Parks has had since 2007 in this region. And what's even better is, we're right close to people's houses. We're getting these burns pulled off successfully. This is the future if we want to protect people's houses and we want to take care of fish and wildlife. Burns in the spring and fall are way better than smoke all throughout the valley, destroying people's homes in the summer. I also want to say thanks to all of our sponsors. Our Big Prize Bonanza and Big Buck 50/50 is active and live. Titanium Ford for a 2024 Ford XLT F-150 Super Crew. Italian Sporting Goods for a Tikka T3X rifle package. Scree for the BC Bundle. Fraser Valley Angling Guides for a day out sturgeon fishing as the early bird prize. Thank you all. Thanks for all the support. This helps move our programs and helps us do things like prescribed and cultural burns. Marks, you'll see in your member update, there's a 25% off coupon in there to go in store and use it. Appreciate Marks helping out our members to give them an opportunity to go stock up on supplies for the spring. Firearms, more firearms added to the ban list. I'm going to skip all the rhetoric around this. The National Fishing and Hunting Collaborative, which is all of the federations across Canada from coast to coast to coast, we've come together over the last couple of years. We have 375,000 members. We have 5 federal priorities for the next election. We have already engaged all parties on it. I can tell you that firearms and dealing with illegal firearms and criminals versus taking firearms away from people who are law-abiding and some of the safest Canadians in the country is where we will be spending a pile of our time and energy. It is one of our 5 priorities. In the other good news front, Wildlife Act amendments, the province is now proposing to require inspection of all watercraft entering BC from another jurisdiction, that they be inspected before being launched in BC waters. This is awesome news. We've been working on this for quite a while with a number of other organizations, partner organizations like Okanagan Basin Water Board. It's not finalized. We need to continue the advocacy, but this is awesome news. This has been the position of the BCWF for a number of years. We spent a pile of time advocating for this. Our issue is going to be funding. It's great to have laws, but we need people out doing the enforcement, inspecting the boats all over the province, all around our borders to make sure that nobody's bringing mussels into BC. Around funding, BC budget came out recently. Biggest budget in BC's history, second worst budget that we have for taking care of renewable resource management. So we have a number of people that continue to leave as fish and wildlife biologists that are leaving the province, that are leaving government. Our challenge is going to be to work on funding. When we talk about tariffs, when we talk about buying local, there's hundreds of thousands of people in BC here who want to go out fishing and hunting sustainably, who have money in their pockets, that are willing to spend it in communities all over BC. And we're living in a time where, first of all, there's no funding being put aside to take care of this stuff and restore it. And the second piece is where we have a lot of wildlife, like moose up in the Peace, we have regulations that are not science-based, that are leaving a pile of animals on the landscape that people would be happy to put money into conservation, put money into the economy, and put food in their freezer. So we are going to have to focus intensively on the province. We have a great story to tell around where we get our food and where we spend our money, and it is, right in line with what the province and the government of Canada says that they want to do. So we're going to have to see some leadership, and we're going to have to spend some time advocating. In the world of women in the outdoors, the Advancing Women in Conservation Summit is April 4th to 6th in Richmond. Women who are listening to this, who are members of clubs, make sure you talk to your club exec, get them to send you to this conference. The conference is relatively inexpensive. It'll be a great experience. They've got awesome speakers, great opportunities to network and meet other women who are interested in the outdoors, who are interested in a career in the outdoors. This is going to be a great conference. CWD info session, by the time this comes out, the info session will be just happening. We're going to make sure it's recorded. It'll be available to you the day after on Friday to check it out. We're going to have an info session. There is another positive case in the town of Cranbrook. a white-tailed deer that was confirmed positive just recently. So, you know, we've got more samples in these town deer. They live really close together, high density, close proximity. We're going to have to talk about managing deer here pretty quick inside of towns, because we do not want CWD spreading all over the landscape. March 24th, we have a fire ecology webinar with Dr. Jen Barron. Dr. Barron spent a ton of time researching in BC and Southeast BC and all over BC. She'll be talking about landscape level ecology, the effects of fire, how we get controlled, prescribed, and cultural burns back on the landscape, and what we need to do to take care of wildlife, to take care of people's homes and their property. So, long update. There's a lot on the go. I hope you all are enjoying, you know, what is down here, spring and a bit of rain and a bit of moisture. Some really good news the last couple of weeks. Let's keep at it.